Welcome to Across the Globe. Today we will learn about testing in React. In React, testing verifies that components perform correctly in various scenarios. By writing tests, developers can prevent new bugs during code modifications. Testing should cover both the functionality and user interface of React components to maintain code quality. For instance, a login form component should be tested to confirm that user input validations work as intended and that error messages are displayed correctly. Unit testing is the process of testing small units or individual functions of code in isolation to ensure they work as expected. Integration testing involves testing how different components of a system interact with each other to ensure smooth integration. End-to-end testing focuses on testing the entire application, mimicking real user interactions to ensure the system functions correctly as a whole. For example, in an e-commerce application, unit testing may involve testing a function that calculates shipping costs. Integration testing may involve testing how the payment module integrates with the inventory system. And end-to-end testing may involve testing the entire buying process from adding items to the cart to completing the purchase. React Testing Library is widely used for testing React components. It offers features for querying and interacting with components in a manner similar to user behavior. This tool supports the testing of both functional and class components. For instance, you can use React Testing Library to simulate user interactions like clicking a button or navigating through a form, thereby ensuring that different parts of your React application function correctly under various scenarios. In React unit testing, we create tests to ensure that components behave as expected. One common test is to check if a component renders the correct content. In the given example, a unit test for a React component named greeting is provided. The test uses the render function from @testing_library/React to render the greeting component with a specific prop naming Alice. By using getByText, the test checks if the rendered component contains the expected greeting message, "Hello Alice." The expect function then verifies that the greeting element is present in the document. This test verifies that the greeting component correctly displays the greeting message specific to the given name. By writing such unit tests, developers can ensure that components render content accurately, aiding in detecting regressions and maintaining code quality. Integration testing is utilized to evaluate the interaction between various components within a system. This form of testing ensures that parts like modules, services, and databases work harmoniously. A practical example is testing a login form component in a React application that connects with an authentication service. During testing, mock functions can simulate the behavior of the authentication service to verify if the login form correctly communicates with it. This verification process might involve inputting test credentials, triggering a submission event, and checking if the authentication service was correctly invoked with the provided login credentials. Through integration testing, the functionality and interaction of different system components can be validated to ensure smooth operation within the software application. Testing in React is like having a recipe for baking a cake and checking each ingredient to ensure it is of good quality. Just like how you taste the cake batter before baking it to make sure it is sweet enough, testing in React involves checking that the components display the correct output. Testing in React is like assembling a Lego set and making sure every piece fits together perfectly to create the desired structure. Hey, code conquerors! Ready to level up? With TechLearn ATG, showcase your skills with official course certificates. Just visit our site and start. Need that extra boost? Get tailored learning, 24/7 support, and expert guidance. Coding smarter, growing faster, and making learning fun. Go to our website across the globe, www.atg.world. In the provided code snippets, we have an example of testing React components using Jest and testing library/React. In analogy.js, we have a simple functional component analogy that renders an analogy text within a div element. This component serves as a representation of a text analogy related to testing in React. The test for analogy component is defined in analogy.js. Here, we render the analogy component using render from @testing_library/React, Then retrieve the element with the data tested of analogy text. Finally, we use expect to assert that the content of the retrieved element matches the expected text, which involves comparing analogy text related to testing in React. Next, we have a similar setup for another component in analogies.js, which contains a different analogy text related to testing in React. Similarly, the test for analogies component is defined in analogies.test.js. In this scenario, the testing ensures that the rendered component displays the correct analogy text. In a real-world application, such tests help in verifying that the components render the intended content accurately, ensuring the reliability and correctness of the user interface. This approach aids developers in maintaining consistent behavior across different components as the application evolves or new features are added. Two industrial, real-world examples of testing in React are: one e-commerce website. In an e-commerce website built with React, testing plays a crucial role in ensuring a seamless shopping experience for users. Tests can be written to validate various components, such as product listings, add-to-cart functionality, checkout process, and payment gateway integration. By simulating user interactions and verifying the expected outputs, developers can catch bugs early and maintain the reliability of the platform. 2. Financial dashboard application. For a financial dashboard application developed using React, testing becomes essential to guarantee the accuracy and security of financial data displayed to users. Unit tests, integration tests, and end-to-end tests can be employed to validate the functionalities, like data fetching from APIs, calculations, visualization of graphs, and user permissions. Ensuring that the data is correctly processed and represented is crucial in such applications to prevent any financial discrepancies. By incorporating testing practices in React applications, like these examples, developers can enhance the quality, reliability, and performance of their software products. Across the globe, industries are adopting testing methodologies to deliver robust applications that meet user expectations and industry standards. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video.